tired of all the uneducated noise you're getting from the droves of YOLO meme coin peddling douchebag gurus out there trying to use you as their exit liquidity? Would you rather learn a competent university level set of skills that will guide you in managing and investing for the rest of your life? Join us 3 days a week at Digital Investor.
Really, it's 5 days.
Develop your knowledge of game theory, cognitive bias, macroeconomics, monetary theory, investment theory, psychology of the crowds, and more. For more info on Digital Investor and how it can help you, reach out at nickblacknext.com.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Brandon is in a state of deep consternation.
I got to see what all these Telegram messages are from DPC all of a sudden.
Deep consternation. Well, I can tell you what one of them is.
What?
I finally found a robot that cleans floors, and it's a good one. I'm not going to say the name of it because we're in early testing phase.
We're not, and also we're not sponsored yet by the company. Nope. We've reached out, and they just have not gotten back to us.
Son of a gun mapped everything. It does a full map. It uses LiDAR and camera and all this. It did a full map of the house. It does multiple floors. It does 3D maps, 2D maps, and it does spatial maps that actually like render the whole environment, chairs, tables, everything.
Oh, beautiful.
It's dope. It's a cool app. It's better so far. The mapping and all that stuff's way better than Dyson and better than Roomba. This was, I go through and I read these consumer reports.
Between you and me, just tell me what it is. Tell me the brand. Oh, wait, maybe I have it here. Hold on. Let me see. Did you put it here?
Okay. No.
Okay,
I'll tell you. Just
testing. Wait, hold on. Just okay. You didn't tell anybody. No. Are you going to tell somebody?
Okay, listen. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that it's Roborock. I'm not going to tell you that. So don't go out and get the Roborock Q5 Pro Plus just because you think that's the one I might have. But it's kicking some butt in this house. It's quieter than the other rigs. It's got the same suction power, like almost 6,000 whatever suction units as the Dyson, and like 6,000. Anything 5,000 and above is like crazy. Most of the vacuums, the household ones, are like 2,000.
Yo.
This will, if you have a plate and it's got printed flowers on it, it will vacuum off the flowers.
Oh.
So anyway, so far so good. And you might think, well, this is a trivial thing. It's not a trivial thing. For 3 years, I've been struggling to get a good robot for the home that vacuums. And the only one that I could get that works consistently is the Wyze one, WYZE. It's like $120. It's like the cheap Walmart one, but it's good. It's good.
It's good for the money. Good for the money. At $120, dude. I think our Nito costs we have the D7, D9, something like that on the Nito, and it was like $400, I think, or $300, man.
Oh, you don't even know what they cost now. They go up to like $2,000 now. Yeah. That Dyson piece of crap I had that couldn't find its way back home. This piece of crap, it got lost getting from one room to the next. It spun in circles until the battery died, and then it couldn't get back home. I boxed that piece of shit right back up and sent. The people at UPS hate me. They're like, oh, God, here he is again.
Here he is.
Like, listen, we got. They go.
Nick's back for more shipping wars.
Yeah, and they know like the consumer reports for all this. Anyway, so I looked at the New York Times. They did a thing of like 20 of the robots, and this was the one that they said was the best. And Amazon Prime days are coming.
Oh, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, now some of the companies realizing. So here's the life hack. You buy what you want, right? You buy what you might want right now. Yeah. Run it for 3 or 4 days. We still got time. It's only the 12th. Prime days don't start till the 16th. You run it for 3 or 4 days. If you like it, return it, buy it on the cheap.
Oh, then you're guaranteed to test it, get it on Prime Day, and you're good to go.
Yes.
Perfect. I got some shopping to do on Prime Days. Cannot wait.
All right. Do we have any housekeeping we need to get to before we talk about this quagmire that is an economy?
Yeah. Okay. No kidding. The blockchain is beautiful. So what we got here, and I think we might have mentioned this last time. Actually, no. Let me pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this crap up. No, I don't. I can just explain it. So after you create your hypershare, there's going to be a function that we're going to be adding soon. This is going to be a delegate function. It's going to be a little button that's there on the hypershare. As soon as we get everything set up, like I told you guys, I'm meeting with a hardware company this week. We have Hypercycle, we have HyperPG. You're going to be able to delegate and then choose which one of those places you want to go put your licenses, your hypershares, to start setting them up for future revenue, whatever's going to happen in the future. It's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we met with the Hypercycle team this, I think 2 days ago. We met with the Hypercycle team. We got all that straightened out on their end. And so it's going to be really an easy step. The thing that I've noticed, okay, and you guys probably don't notice this, but using our node manager actually to get to a hypershare state is really gas efficient. We've done it in a way that's really gas efficient. I'm not going to say anyway. So I've used other hypershare managers, and sometimes they just are they're just a little bit different. So, and I think it's because maybe some extra functions are being used there, because when you interact with a contract, there's 60 different functions, and you can call specific ones that you need, or you can call all of them. You can call them in different order. You can call them redundantly. And so the efficiency in which you call these functions helps with the gas fees. So we are doing the best we can to reduce gas fees. And I think you'll find that in the long run, if you were to use both side by side, you'd start to notice that pretty heavily. So anyway, that is that. And then we're going to have that delegate button here soon. Oh,
by the way, Ben Gortzel's Twitter account has been hacked.
Oh, of course. But when I say soon, in the next 6 months. So don't it's coming. I want people to know it's coming. It'll come sooner than that. But I just want to say 6 months because I don't want any questions about it before 6 months.
So it's going to come early?
It might actually, maybe it won't. Who knows? So just so you know, because a lot of people are like, well, what do we do next? Well, they're already next steps. And then the other thing, be careful when, oh my gosh, how do I say this nicely?
Don't say it nicely, or tell it to me and I'll say it not nicely.
No, I don't. I think we're going to skip this section. Never mind.
We can't skip it.
Yeah, we're going to skip it.
Because I feel like I could pivot a rant off of it. What do we got?
No, I know you can. I think we got the problem resolved. It's just a frustrating thing. Like, if you guys email me and have questions, right, and you're accusing me of something on the blockchain that happened that I know didn't happen, typically I'll be like, hey, that didn't happen. But then if you continue to be like, no, yeah, huh, and then I have to research and prove you wrong, that's a lot of work for me. That kind of sucks. And it's to no benefit of me. And then at the end of the day, the next email always ends up being, oh, I guess you're right. But still, I wasted 20 minutes having to prove you wrong, which sucks. But anyway, it's just take me at first. I'm doing the best I can. And so if I say something, then just believe me.
Hey, no, Jack, the splitting of a hypershare it doesn't have to do with how many hours, not directly. It has to do with kind of overall uptime and some other factors like compute and reputation, which will come into play later. But for right now, there's not a specific hour amount. There's probably a range, and it would be whatever the amount of hours are that equal from 6 months to 12 months. That'd just be a good way to look at it. So 365 times 24 is probably the high end of it, right? That'd be a year's worth of hours, and it could be from 6 months to a year. But it's going to be slower than if you had compute rolled out, where compute's obviously being a part of that ranking. So I would look towards the 12 to 18 month if it was just tilling only, because it's 1.26. Anyway, that's the multiplier. So there you go. All
right. Kenneth, you cannot sell a hypershare on Node Market yet. We are potentially working on the functionality of this, but also Hypercycle has pushed back quite a bit. They do not want this to be possible. So
They don't want hypershares to be sold?
Correct.
Why?
They want them to be wrapped in their managerial contract because they should not be controlled by any person.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the wording I got.
So you can buy the tokens, you can buy the licenses, but once you marry them, you can't sell that?
They're worried that people will, in their current state, for example, you can sell a hypershare. Well, here's what you can do. And this is also, and I get both sides, but I'll tell you the solution as well. So currently, I'm actually telling you guys a hack if you want it, but don't do this because this is lame and we'll figure it out. But you can currently send all your RNS tokens off, distribute those into the ecosystem, promising something or selling those RNS tokens, which there's currently no market for that.
And then you
can sell your hypershare. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way the contracts are written. And so what the only solution is to force wrap the RNS tokens. But right now, there's not currently a way within the contract to guarantee that the total amount of RNS tokens are in the hypershare to wrap it. So there's some issues with this. There's some issues we've been toiling with. Yeah, it's an issue.
Yeah, I mean, you could distribute them promising people all this stuff, then you could just sell the hypershare.
Yep. Or destroy the hypershare, get your hypercycle back, sell your licenses.
And then they have non-functional RNS tokens.
Exactly. And then they can create a new hypershare with the same license if they want it. And do the process over and over again.
So that's why they don't want them to be able to be resold.
Yeah, they don't want that option.
But what about in the event of an unwind? Like if someone just says, I just want to unwind it.
Yeah, so in that event, it is possible to unwind something, even if it's in their managerial contract, but it requires a vote of the S token holders. And so if you own 100% of the S tokens, then you're fine. But then if you don't, then you have to get a 100% consensus to unwind a hypershare because it's a business at that point, and then you can do so. In that case, it probably, and the only way to do that's, it's kind of complicated, but now you could do that easily. You can break apart your hypershare. So anyway, I don't know. There's some things.
What about is there a way we could set, well, I'm sure they've looked at this, but a way that you could do a bunch of checks. For instance, if someone wanted to sell a functional hypershare and they owned all the RNS tokens, but it was a functional business, they just wanted to flip the business, that you could go through and have a checklist that would verify this is in this wallet, this is in this wallet, this is in this wallet. Go like a process like creating the hypershare, going the other direction, but selling the whole business, not unwinding it.
Yeah, so we're working on a wrapper to be able to do that, and it has to do with it's a multiple transactional step because you basically would have to sign approval for all the 1155s, which are the R tokens. So if you have a master mode, you actually have like 524,000 of these R tokens, right? Each one's an individual 1155, which kind of is like, we don't know if you're going to have to sign a signature 524,000 times or if we can encapsulate that whole signature. Anyway, we're working on that.
Oof. Well, I'm sure technology will triumph.
Yep. It'll work out. And just keep in mind, honestly, I don't know if you go to the point right now, like I'm just going to knock that at everybody's mind. And I understand why Hypercycle's telling me no and like yelling at me every time I ask. They're like, dude, why would you sell a hypershare? And to their point, yeah, why would you sell a hypershare? That business should be operational. But to my point, I operated 5 clothing stores. Like I started from the ground up, 5 clothing stores. At day one, they were worth $0, right? When I ended up selling those 5 clothing stores, they were worth quite a bit of money because they were functional businesses. Once you get a hypershare up and running and it's split a few times and it's producing massive income, you should be able to sell that for 3-4x revenue of that business's income. So down the line, yeah, there should be a possibility to sell a hypershare as a business.
Yeah.
And so I just don't think that's going to come, but I just don't think that that's where their cogs are right now. That's where yours and I cogs are because we think 14 years down the line, yeah, we need to sell businesses. And their cogs are, why would you ever sell a business? Anyway,
it could be 2 or 3 years down the line. And I could see a scenario where you're about to hit a split. You have 256 licenses. They've split 4 times. And now the next split is going to require a huge laydown in CapEx for hardware. And maybe you say, enough is enough. I just want to take my exit. I want to take my 14 million bucks and call it a day.
That's right.
You might want to. I mean, people sell businesses and you're like, why would you sell a profitable business? Because, man, some people want a fucking cloud city.
Yeah, they do.
They want their cloud city and they should have it. So we'll get all this squared up. Remember, compute hasn't even rolled out yet. So the idea of selling a hypershare is a little premature anyway. These are all things that, you know, they take a few months to work out, not years. It's not like an end of the world thing. And a lot of it too is allowing these developers on the hypercycle side to grapple with the business realities, which maybe they haven't really been. A lot of the guys that are just software engineers are not focused on macroeconomics and like, you know, economic cycles and CPI and, you know, mergers and acquisitions and all that. So we got to give them time to kind of catch up. Multiple floors. So it maps multiple floors, stores them as multiple floors, and then you can just take the robot, take it upstairs to the next level, push go, and you select on the map either the rooms that you want. You can go through and change the rooms because it'll give you the whole layout, and then you just create walls and give each area a different name, and then you can have it do like ding, ding, ding. Like I'm having mine do dining room, living room, kitchen right now because I'm a dirty eater. I need that dirt cleaned up now. Anyway, yeah. So one robot, multiple floors. With this one, other robots is one robot run one floor. This one's the king. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Are there any other questions that I think we could tackle before we go behind the wall? Has Neil sounded off yet?
Neil has not sounded off. What's a nonce? What's a nonce?
We did this yesterday.
Didn't you? You went through this?
Okay. Kind of, but I think it was a question for you. Someone was trying to make a transaction and it kept saying the nonce was not right or something like that.
Interesting. I wonder why.
But that sounds like yeah, I think that's
typically it would be like, you know, a nonce is basically the transaction number within a wallet. So not even within a seed. So each wallet will have its own nonce system. So you'll start at 0, usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for example, if you go into any of these transactions, can you see my screen? You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
You'll go in here and here's the nonce number of that transaction. It's nonce 50. So this is essentially the 50th transaction within this wallet. So you can only run a transaction on a nonce one time. This is also how you cancel transactions. If you wanted to cancel a transaction that's currently pending, you could run a transaction with a higher gas fee on the same nonce, okay? And you could cancel that transaction by paying a higher gas fee and having the miner pick up that transaction first, okay? But if a nonce has already completed, so let's say this nonce 50 has already completed one time, you can never run that nonce again. So in your wallet, if you have it set up to look at transactions or whatever, there's a setting in your wallet where you can actually change the nonce. In settings, you go to advanced, and then I think it is customize transaction nonce. You turn that on, okay? And then when you go back to your, let's just say we're going to do a send transaction or whatever to myself. Let's say I want to send 0.001 ETH. So if you're ever having a nonce problem, for example, you can go through here and you can confirm this transaction. You can actually edit the nonce. I don't know why it's not letting me edit it. Oh, it's probably because I'm sending it to myself. That's a problem. Yeah, I shouldn't send it to myself like that. But you can edit your nonce number.
A nonce is generated randomly.
Well, not randomly. It's sequentially, right?
Well, usually, like in Bitcoin terms, it's random.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's random so like there's the nonce in regards to like proof of work mining, which is it's cryptographically it prevents replay attacks. So yeah, but it's a single occasion number.
Yeah, the biggest time you'll have problems with a nonce is if you have a pending transaction. Go make sure you don't have any pending transactions. But if you don't have a pending transaction, it should go through. So either clear, wait, restart, refresh, go through, reload wallet. Reloading your wallet would help everything too. So basically what I mean by that is you have to have your seed phrase and then you restore wallet. So delete the extension, you go and actually delete the extension and then restore wallet, and it will fix everything. So
okay, two things. One, your AGIX staking portal is not working. That thing's always not working. You got to try different browsers and all this kind of crap, and over. Shows only connecting your wallet. You want to unstake. You have to connect your wallet and refresh like 15 times. Once it finally recognizes your wallet, you want to click the button that says do not continue staking. Don't like roll over your tokens. You haven't lost your tokens. That, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you lose them if you had staked them? They don't just disappear. So take that out of your head. You haven't lost them. You're just having trouble logging in, connecting. What I would do though, is not answer any DMs of anybody offering to give you help. But what I would do is go to their Telegram and I would message an admin and say, I'm having problems. Can you tell me in the chat what I need to do? Don't offer them, don't proffer any information. Don't even give them your wallet address. They don't need to know it. You can just tell them the problems you're having trying to log in and they, trust me, if they're dealing with SingularityNet, they've seen these problems all the damn time because SingularityNet is a dumpster fire. The staking sucks, the token sucks, the project sucks, and other than Ben, just about everybody involved sucks. And now his X account has been hacked. So yeah, not a lot of,
what?
You know, on the technical side, one should not be surprised if AGIX seems not good, spastic, unreliable, because it is not good, spastic, and unreliable. So there you go. You cannot get your AGIX migrated from Ledger. Just getting it off Ledger to where? If you're sending it to the correct place, for instance, an exchange that accepts it, I'm not sure what the is on that, Howard. But anyway, yes, just keep banging at it. Go slow. There's no rush. Yeah.
It shouldn't be migrated. You're just sending from your Ledger, right?
Like Ledger's just a wallet, Howard. It's just a wallet. Just sending.
Yeah, so it should be a send. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Heyo! Where can I buy? So on Base Network, so you can just buy it on Uniswap, but I would just get it in. I think that there's less slippage if you buy it on ETH and then send it across to Bridge or bridge it another way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridge.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Although I don't know why anyone would want to go out and purchase Sophia. Like I don't know why anyone would do that on purpose. Unless you think it's about to run. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe they know something we don't.
Okay, so hypercycle pooling is still an option. Would delegate a license. If you're just pushing licenses, pointing them, that's going to be tilling as a service. HyperPG at some point will start accepting licenses, tokens plus licenses, and all those other things. But right now, just that.
Yeah, I met with them on that tilling as a service. They're working on that full time now. That's almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to go. Almost.
Oh,
this is it. This is it. Sorry, no more questions.
All right, everyone.
No more questions.
It's been real and it's been fun, but it probably hasn't been real fun. But you know where it is real fun? Behind the wall is real fun. Behind the wall's real fun. But you won't know any of that if you're not a subscriber. So this is not a hard sale. This is a common sense sale. Common sense says, do you want to be poor? No, you don't want to be poor unless you're a monk.
We're going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.
See you later, Facebook. See you later, crappy YouTube channel. See you later, other crappy YouTube channel.